Hello everybody, welcome to LT Gaming. My name is Tom, and today we are going to discuss why we deserve Dungeon Keeper 3. In June 1997, after 2 years of development by Bullfrog Productions, Dungeon Keeper was released. It was met with critical acclaim. The gameplay, originality, sound and sense of humour made it an instant classic. Fast forward 2 years later, and despite a change in the lead developer, a well-received sequel was released. Although it may not have broken as much new ground as the first, it was arguably a more polished product that expanded on many of the features that made the first so great. And here, my friends, is where this tale becomes a tragedy. In 2013, with the third installment cancelled, and the original developer, Bullfrog Productions, closed down by Electronic Arts, the genius decision was made to release a mobile, massively multiplayer online game, dubbed Dungeon Keeper, that essentially pivoted away from the Dungeon Keeper style in favour of a tower defense one. This abomination not only lost all the spirit, fun and addictive gameplay of the first two, but also desecrated it with a heavy reliance on microtransactions. Thus, an iconic series had met the most ignoble end, with servers being shut down entirely as of August 2022. It was in 2000 when Dungeon Keeper 3 was cancelled, as previously mentioned. The working title had been War for the Overworld. EA had reached this decision to no longer make any RTS games. This was in essence the end of Bullfrog, as employees were either laid off or brought on to other projects, such as those universally loved and renowned Harry Potter games. Now, this video is not an attempt to labour the tired and overdone point that EA wrecked the series along with many others. It is in fact a plea for redemption for this series. There have been a multitude of great games that are deserving of sequels or remakes, and I think Dungeon Keeper is amongst the best of them, and here is why. Dungeon Keeper has an undoubtedly unique IP that is still recognisable to today's gamers, and more importantly, still resonates with them. Just look at recent releases in the genre. They have Dungeon Keeper fingerprints and DNA all over them. In 2015, a Kickstarter project, aptly dubbed War for the Overworld, successfully launched as the spiritual successor to Dungeon Keeper 2. And while I certainly enjoyed the game, it didn't quite scratch my Dungeon Keeper itch. So I think it would be fair to say, based on the number of these games, there is a demand from fans, which means EA, if you are listening, there is also a commercial one. The video game industry is littered with games that have ruined franchises and left a bitter taste in gamers' mouths. Command & Conquer 4 Tiberian Twilight, anyone? Another EA win there. What we do lack is some good old-fashioned stories of redemption. I've spent plenty of time loathing EA for killing off a number of games that I loved. I am willing to move on if EA can meet me halfway and deliver an actual Dungeon Keeper 3 with all the bells and whistles of a new game. A game that honours its predecessors while striving to innovate. It would be a win for fans and a win for EA. Please, let's not end this story with that mobile game abomination. Call me crazy, but I feel like city sim management style games are everywhere. I think we are almost overrun by them at this point, as many struggle to find their voice, style and originality. For me, personally, the subgenre of dungeon management and playing as a bad guy has always held its appeal. But rather than delve into the new releases to get my fix, I find myself firing up GOG and playing the Dungeon Keeper series. Why? Because these games got it just right, and I feel that many, including myself, would certainly extend that allowance to a third game. EA basically have a pre-built audience to buy this game. Back in time, multiplayer was almost a luxury. It was difficult to set up, hard to find opponents, and even when you managed all that, you still had a horrific ping. The younger generation of players don't quite know these pains, and neither would a Dungeon Keeper 3. We live in the age of online gaming, and I can definitely see the explosive potential that a Dungeon Keeper could have with a new incarnation. Massive free-for-alls, wave modes versus the AI, with friends, and competitive play would all be immensely fun and engaging. And finally, it has simply just been too long. They say time heals all wounds, but in this instance, I think Dungeon Keeper 3 is what the doctor ordered. Call me nostalgic, but I just want to wander around my elaborately constructed dungeon as one of my possessed imps and deliver random slaps to my minions, all in glorious new-gen graphics. I think this is a no-brainer for EA. It would be a PR success for them to correct the mistake they made back in 2013. That's it guys, I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on the matter. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. Let me know below what you think. Remember, if you've enjoyed the video, to like and subscribe, and if you haven't, thank you for watching this far anyway. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.